Welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium and the Aflac Kickoff Classic, and we are excited to get this college football season underway. Hello and welcome to Mercedes-Benz Stadium, home of the Falcons here in Atlanta, Georgia. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Arizona Wildcats, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. NC State will kick off, and that'll get things underway. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So Arizona's offense will get first crack at it today. Jesse, in this age of transfers, quarterbacks are the hottest commodities. We've seen this guy, but now different uniform, different surroundings. It's his job to get everybody going in the same direction.
Well, he just has to take command of this offense early. And listen, we've seen in recent years transfer quarterbacks have success right away. Think about Will Howard winning a national championship at Ohio State, Dylan Gabriel over at Oregon, Cam Ward at Miami. This guy has a really good grasp of the offense, picked it up in the offseason. I know they're really excited to see what he can do on the field today.
And these transfer quarterbacks are so wanted because they already have the experience. You know exactly what they can do. You're not guessing. So his experience translates, and they're counting on it. They love him. That's why they went and got him, and that's why he's starting right now.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Got it in the middle. It's Powell. And he was off to the races. Finally tripped up at the 36.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
Got like that big, reliable security blanket, and that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
He's got it down the middle. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Let's chat a little big picture Arizona. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their...
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Wildcats! They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better. Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him direct.
The Wolfpack offense comes out, and they'll go on the attack for the first time today. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more. There's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back in Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this. And he has never played against competition like this either.
No, it's crazy. And that was 1920. So imagine now with all the technology and how much he's feeling the nerves. Obviously, all the eyeballs in the stadium is on him. Everybody knows what he's capable of, but he's going to be the first.
Picked off. A rare misread and mistake from this quarterback. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. Oh, he's got a chance. Breaks into the open. Oh, he got loose. Touchdown, Arizona. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
Arizona 14, NC State 0.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Pulled and fired complete. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
Get the big-time receiver involved early in the game. That's a huge key for this offense, no matter who they're playing against. But you can see, with his size, with his ability after the catch, this guy is a weapon, and he's putting this defense on alert early.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they'd hoped for. Now first and 10 from the 40. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders. Wants to fire on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Scott. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. How about this running back's ability to get into a pass pattern and get into one downfield?
Yeah, I like it, and I like the offensive coordinator continuing to work the running back in the passing.
Wide open on the right. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. North Carolina State defining efficiency on this drive. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Oh, they dial up on second and a long way to go. The pull and throw off the RPO. He's got it out of bounds at the 12-yard line.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Off the RPO, throw to the right, looking for the first. Goes out of bounds, but they'll be set up with a first and goal. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
For what they hope is automatic. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Colorado State was far from the friendly confines of Fort Collins, but still managed to scratch out a win. And there was a lot of chatter this week about this group not being ready. Time to check those receipts, if you know what I mean. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Looking for a man. It's Nelson. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Finds his man. It's Hunter. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. And the Wildcats are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
3rd and 1. Everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Wildcats in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical and pass deep.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
To the air on 1st down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. When he comes blitzing, you need to have an outlet throw in your back pocket.
The Wildcats with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. It falls incomplete, and that'll do it for the quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Arizona has the lead here. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught. And the big gain, they've got it on the 46.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Makes the catch. It's Hunter. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed in the middle. It's Richardson. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. The huge explosive play put him right on the doorstep, and now they've got to punch it in. It's complete to the right. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. And the D denied them on 2nd and goal. Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be 3rd down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown Wildcats. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on 1st down. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle with Scott. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Montgomery. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
I love this defense's ability to fight off blocks and rally to the football. They do such a great job pursuing that wide receiver screen to only allow a minimal gain and no first down.
They'll give it to the back. Got the first down and still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Wolfpack with a 1st and 10 here. They're going to ride this running back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. They're testing the right side here. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
A lot of times on 2nd down, you're thinking pass, especially second, maybe in a little bit long. Really good job by the offense, committing to the running game, getting the first down really easily.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, North Carolina State!
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they're down a touchdown, 21-14. He marched 78 yards down the field, and he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. And one thing we know about this junior signal caller, he is capable of putting on an aerial show. He's guided this offense with precision, and most of all, he has taken care of the football. Finds his back in the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The Wildcats can really attack on this 2nd and short. Motion from the wideout. Off play action. Catch in the middle, it's Powell. All the way out to the 37-yard line, it's a gain of 15. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Nelson. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted... before he secured it.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Hunter. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around. hang around Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. It's complete. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down.
Man, this quarterback is having a first half. He's over 200 yards already, heating up, setting up. Dude, this dude might break his career high in passing. I don't know what it is. Somebody get stats for him.
Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the ground with the back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Quite a bit of work to do on 3rd down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. Dropping back, it's Nelson. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. They'll have to settle for a field goal attempt. He just barely got enough of that one and just barely kept it straight enough, too. And now the lead's extended a little further.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready when your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Moves around to clear up the vision. Rolling, throwing, looking right. He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half. They love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. And with just a few seconds remaining here in the 1st half, they'll try to kick a field goal. He's got it, showing off that big leg from 47 yards out. Arizona will kick off to get the 2nd half underway. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Pulled and finds his man on the left. Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And I love the idea of getting this guy screen throws because of his ability after the catch. So nice job getting downfield, getting a hat-on-hat, and giving him a tunnel to run through.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. NC State comes to the line to deal with 3rd and short. The sweet feet buy a little time. Crosses the 45. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass.
There he goes. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. NC State on the move, set up with another 1st down. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed over the middle. It's Scott. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Wolfpack will have 1st and 10. They believe they can run right here. Can't get him to the ground. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. 1st and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Wolfpack! And the comeback is on!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Auburn is in serious trouble right now. I hope that coach is renting and not buying there on the Plains, because that could be a bad investment. They're trailing by 17 to Baylor. We'll circle back if anything big happens you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Arizona has it back, the offense coming out to bear down. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. They'll run it from the gun. Now they've got breathing room, got 6 all the way out to the 20.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Finds his tight end. Turning it on! And he'll have enough for the 1st down at the 42. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the 3rd quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
They boot it away. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Here's the handoff. Got the 1st down and more. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another 1st down here on 1st and 10. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. They are really clicking along 1st and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line.
Touchdown, NC State! Somehow, they got up off the deck. They fought back, and they tied the game.
Man, oh man, what a day. His 3rd touchdown run rushing, showing you he's got a little bit of everything. And padding those stats, and all you fantasy football guys, if you have my man at running back, it's a good day.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it.
Arizona, 27.
And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Arizona sending the offense onto the field. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
And the Wildcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Scanning the field, it's Nelson. Snagged in the middle, it's Jamison. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. No matter where they are on the field, they'll go for those chunk plays, and they got one that has them set up 1st and 10 at the 42. Running back searching for a hole. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot, but the flag is down. Let's check the call. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. The Wildcats will have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. On the run, deep down the right side.
And the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page on that pass play. Timing has got to be so critical, especially when you're throwing the perimeter of the field. They just didn't have it.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. He's got it down the right side. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Wolfpack!
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. This offense prides itself on going after you, and they did with that long touchdown pass to finish off a 2-play drive. And he's going to bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. They'll try the run. Fights off a defender. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys.
NC State, 35, Arizona.
timeout's over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
Well, he did what he was coached to do and threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might have been able to take off and scramble, and who knows what could have happened for the offense.
Complete to the left. You'll go out of bounds at the 28-yard line, and deep in your own end, you need plays like that. Wide receiver comes in motion. The lone back's got it. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Arizona moving the ball quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over, because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play.
Oh, he's got some space. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
Well, this defense is trying to find ways to disguise their coverage and mix it up, try to confuse the QB. It's not working. That last completion, he's now got over 300 yards passing.
Run the gun, and they'll try to impose their will. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Got some work to do after that last play. 2nd and 13. Back to pass, it's Nelson. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
This defense so far, they've understood the mission. The mission is to get this fast, speedy quarterback on the ground. And they've got to him early, they've got to him often, and most importantly, they continue to get him on the ground and create these negative plays for this offense that creates a big hole for him.
He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Arizona runs out the punt team. He's going to try to flip the field with this one, making sure there's no return on that one as the punt sails out of bounds. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, heading to the field. The give as they work on that clock. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. Line gets set, first down. To the ground, he's got it again. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. On the ground, it's Scott. Got enough for the first. Ball is loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. They drag him down pretty quickly, but the defense forced a big turnover.
And that was the biggest play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up. The defense jumps on it. And all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
The coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor. Using a timeout here, thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. NC State with a 1st and 10 here. Give to the running back. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense. And they're
breaks into the open. Bust through behind his pad. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina State.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Michigan State is running away with things, and it's thanks in large part to an offense that's been firing on all cylinders. They're up by 17 over Eastern Michigan. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Makes the catch. It's Jamison. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain.
Lost one deep down the right side. Makes the catch at the 15. You want to talk about shifting the field in an instant. He's got it all the way down to the 10-yard line. To the air, it's Nelson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Pass is broken up. Incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He caught it. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's batted away, and the fourth down play doesn't convert. They'll give up the football. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound. There he goes. Past the 20. Touchdown, Wolfpack. And the pummeling has started.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he knocked that one right down the middle. If only it were always this easy for the offensive coordinators. One play, big chunk yardage, put points on the board just like that. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. To throw, it's Nelson. Makes the grab.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting. I think that's what you want to see. You want to see your...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got him downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. Arizona in a hurry. Got to get everybody to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
No gain on the play.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Makes the grab. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They've done a really good job creating the matchups they want out of the slot.
Yeah, dude, get that guy matched up on a linebacker. That guy matched up on a safety. Keep him away from the corners by putting him in the slot. Get him the football. Let him make plays.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes. Bring the speed on the field and get ready to play the pass.
Unloads it left. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. Arizona lines up with a first and goal. Looking to throw, it's Nelson. And that one's way too far for everybody.
It's going to be difficult for this offense, man. Just where are they going to find the plays? You can tell the defense sitting back. They're playing nickel. They're playing dime. So you need some receivers to step up, make some yards after the catch, some contested plays. This offense has got to do something, and they got to do it quick.
After this, it'll be a wrap. Looking for the touchdown on third and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be fourth down. Looking to convert, Arizona comes to the line. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Arizona! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his second touchdown of the game.
Trying to surge it in. He's not quite going to get there, and the try for 2 fails, and they are unable to cut into this lead any further. We waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning team. Now, for the losing team, obviously not the way you want to get into this season. There were some mistakes with execution, and guys are going to have to do a better job individually. But that's why you play the games. You get to now go back to the drawing board, get back on the practice field, try and iron out these wrinkles. It's a long season ahead.